Hey, welcome back to the channel here. This is Steve again here at Creative Chaos. I'm going to do the intro video for the conversion of the IS1 to IS2 heavy tank. The base kit's going to be the Trumpeter kit. And I built a number of Trumpeter KVs, and they're really some nice kits. This is going to be the Model 1943 version with the step nose. You know, the Model 1944 for the IS2 had a slope nose on it, but I like the look of this kit. The conversion itself should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you some of the pieces that we're going to be using. The heart of it's going to be the 122 millimeter gun, and this is left over from a Tamiya IS152. You get this in the kit, and if you get a chance to build that, that is an excellent kit. And also, I've got some of the figures from that kit, from the IS2 kit that I've got. That'll be crewing this Trumpeter kit once the conversion's done. And if you're like me, after a while, you just end up with a lot of extra sprues downstairs, and you kind of run across these things. And after a while, you're able to kind of kit bash it here and there and get the kit that you want. The other main part of the conversion is going to be the turret itself. Turret itself is going to be the IS1 turret, and it's got some different features on it as far as gun periscope and sighting devices, and also the rail system. I don't really think I'm going to change that, because I think in the Soviet factories, they'd have just slapped a 122 in it after they yanked the 85 millimeter gun out. So I'm going to use the railing and the sighting systems from the IS1, from the Trumpeter kit, and we'll see how that goes. I think I can get away with that. The other thing that the Trumpeter kit will include for you, and this will make things a lot easier, it's the gun mantlet. From a 122 millimeter gun, it's a bit wider than the 85 millimeter gun, but that should work. Also, the cheeks and the cover plate that goes on top of the cheeks for the gun mantlet and the gun installation, so they're also included, so I should be able to get that right. The rest of the kit's going to be a straightforward build. We've got a bit of photo etch. There seems to be some photo etch in here. I'm interested to see where it's going to go. I've got the engine grill intakes. I've got some sort of splashboard, but there's some large pieces that look like they're almost out of a T-34, but we'll see what happens. And then we've got the individual tracks. Fortunately, they're not link and length. I prefer link and length, and we'll do some work with that. And we've got the lower hull over here. And we're going to start the build this week. We'll start with the lower hull. And one of the things I do with the lower is I get all the pieces on it. I get it painted up, and I get the tracks mounted and painted, because I find it's just easier to do that before you slap the upper hull on it. The upper hull itself, 2 pieces, and if it's anything like their KVs, they will fit together pretty tight. I've got fenders on here. I'm gonna do a war-weary IS2, so we're gonna beat those fenders up and rip some of them off. There's the cheeks for the 85 millimeter gun. We won't be using them along with the dust cover, or the cover that would go on top. There's also a gun mount there. If I can find another gun mount in my stash for a 122, I will use that. I'm sorry, a gun crutch, as the British say. I'll use that, but if not, I'll use the 85 one, and I don't think, for me, it'll look like an IS2, so that's not a big deal for me. I've heard some things about the road wheels on this that may or may not be the correct type. I don't know. I won't delve into that too much. If it's in the box and it looks like an IS2 when I'm done, I'm pretty happy with that. So here's just some more of what's in the kit. Yeah, it should be a fun build. Once you get going, these go together quite quick. They fit really well. This is the back deck. So there's some nice detail on that. Should be a pretty straightforward conversion. And we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Again, this is just kind of the preview. Part 1 is going to be the lower hull, and I won't bore everybody with doing 14 sets of road wheels. I'll just do a couple to show you how I do them, and we'll get the lower painted and weathered, and we'll get some tracks on it painted and weathered, and we'll move on to the rest of it. Because I think for me it works better. Because once you start putting things on top, it gets hard to get the tracks in there, especially individual link and length. Because I like to get them on, I like to get them formed, take them back off and paint them. But we'll see what happens with that. Hey, I just got back from the UK. Spent a wonderful week in Suffolk, and if you get the chance, go to Hannett's in Lowestoft. It is an amazing place. It is Disneyland for modelers. And if you go, you won't regret. Staff in there is really friendly. They've got every kit you could imagine and a lot of them. All right, this is Steve. I will see you in the next video. All right then, bye now.